The International Court of Justice has begun 2 days of hearing to consider Nicaragua's request that emergency measures be imposed on Germany over its support for Israel's war on Gaza. The first day's hearing opened at 10 a.m. local time in The Hague, Netherlands. Nicaragua argues that by providing political, financial and military support to Israel and by defunding the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees, Germany is facilitating the commission of genocide. In January, after a case brought by South Africa, the court ordered Israel to prevent acts of genocide in its war on Gaza.
Nicaragua called on the UN's top court to halt German military and other aid to Israel, arguing that Berlin's support was enabling acts of genocide and breaches of international humanitarian law in the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. Opening Nicaragua's case in the International Court of Justice, the country's ambassador to the Netherlands, Carlos Jose Aguayo Gomez, told the 16-judge panel that, quote, Germany is failing to honor its own obligation to prevent genocide or to ensure respect to the international humanitarian law.
It is my honor to come before you representing Nicaragua in a case involving its rights and obligations, as well as those of the entire international community, and most importantly, those of the Palestinian people. The case before us involves momentous events affecting the life and well-being of hundreds of thousands of people, and even the destruction of an entire people. But in spite of the gravity of the situation, the facts in the law are very simply explained. Serious breaches of international humanitarian law and other peremptory norms of international law.
While the case brought by Nicaragua centers on Germany, it indirectly takes aim at Israel's military campaign in Gaza following the deadly October 7 attacks when Hamas-led militants stormed into southern Israel. Israel strongly denies that its assault amounts to genocidal acts, saying it is acting in self-defense. But Nicaragua rejected that defense in reference to Germany's support of Israel. Germany, whose lawyers will address the court tomorrow, rejects the case brought by Nicaragua. Nicaragua has asked the court to hand down preliminary orders known as provisional measures, including that Germany immediately suspends its aid to Israel, in particular its military assistance, including military equipment, insofar as this aid may be used in the violation of the Genocide Convention and international law. It also wants the court to order Germany to resume funding to the United Nations Aid Agency in Gaza in addition to the aid Berlin is already providing. The court will likely take weeks to deliver its preliminary decision, and Nicaragua's case will probably drag on for years. Germany has for decades been a staunch supporter of Israel. Berlin, however, has gradually shifted its tone as civilian casualties in Gaza have soared, becoming increasingly critical of the humanitarian condition in Gaza and speaking out against the ground offensive in Rafah. In January, the ICJ imposed provisional measures ordering Israel to do all it can to prevent death, destruction, and acts of genocide in Gaza. The order came in a case filed by South Africa, accusing Israel of breaching the Genocide Convention. On March 28, the court ordered Israel to take measures to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza, including opening more land crossings to allow food, water, fuel, and other supplies into the war-ravaged enclave.
And streams of Palestinians filed into the south